Ladies,
Recording in progress.
ladies and gentlemen, Shake and Bake back again, starting this transmission just after the Las Vegas Grand Prix. I'm your host Brandon, and I'm here with Tyron.
Big.
Well, what do we think? In my opinion, that was a pretty sick race. I loved
Yeah,
it,
well,
man.
we've spoken about it a fair bit already, but I thought the race was banging.
Hmm.
Probably one of the only races this season where there's been a genuine battle for the lead, like
Yeah.
till the last lap.
Did you have a bet on Leclerc to win?
I forgot to put money on it just before the race, but I bet Leclerc to win. Yeah,
Yeah, like socially you thought Leclerc was going to win.
yeah.
I thought he was, to be honest, about halfway through the race. I thought
That
Leclerc
safety
was.
car fucked him.
It fucked a few people, didn't it?
Yeah, that second safety car really ruined Leclerc's race because it put the Red Bulls on newer hards. And but like Ferrari maybe pulled a bit of a Ferrari strategy and
Very
chose
strategy.
not to pit him, but he was only
Yeah.
on like 6 lap old hards by the time of that
Y-
safety car.
Yeah, you're not
So
wrong.
I don't really know what more they could have done.
At the
Um
bare minimum, it brought out some pretty interesting racing.
yeah, like the racing in it was great. And that's what you love to see. Even though Max Verstappen ended up clearing everyone by like 5 seconds or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, I've got the results here. Yeah, just skipping ahead though, like it was an incredibly close finish, even with Verstappen. The podium positions were within 2 seconds of each other,
Oh, really? They were that close.
within a 2 second period.
Yeah, wow.
Perez and Leclerc were drag racing to the finish line.
Literally last lap. That
It was
fucking
so cool.
overtake was amazing.
It
That was
was,
a
yeah.
full set. How he broke and didn't hit the barrier, I don't know.
Yeah, it was incredibly impressive. I was on the edge of my seat. I
Oh,
was loving every
but
minute
like
of it.
that, I know we've skipped a bit far into the race, but I'm going to talk about
Oh,
it
who
now.
cares?
That, like, send, he was so far back, man. He was nowhere near Perez. He was like 8 tenths off him coming towards the end of the straight and just pulled like 6 tenths out of his ass and then just sent it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it now because I can't quite remember, but it was very impressive. That was on the last sort of chicane before
Yeah,
the straight.
no, just after the main, it was on the main straight, last turn off it, like
Oh
the
yeah.
left-hander off the main straight.
Oh my God, look at that. That's incredible. God.
Now, imagine you Sergio Perez,
Yeah.
you qualified garbage, and because of that first safety car, you're like challenging for the lead of the race. He was leading the race at one point.
Perez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for like a fair few laps.
Yeah.
And then Verstappen obviously passes you, whatever. Horner radios in to Verstappen going, "Hey, can you fucking slow down a bit so we can get Perez to tow and we
Yeah.
can get a 1-2."
Yep.
Perez gets overtaken on the last lap for the second race in a row.
Yeah. I was questioning that because it was clear that Max was extremely fast compared to Perez, and I thought personally that Perez was just too slow. So it all sort of worked out. He got a podium. He's secured second in the championship, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
through no effort of his own.
well, no, Hamilton had a shit race, man. Hamilton had a
Yeah,
terrible race. Let's see. I've got the results here. So we've got
but he
Ocon and
qualified
Stroll.
shit too, and I think the safety car kind of ruined his race a bit too.
We came seventh, and Osama bin Russell came eighth. Oh man,
Some been Russell.
Russell. Oh, with what do you think about the Russell Verstappen incident? Because I want to know what you think. I've got my opinion. What do you think? Whose fault was that?
Everyone's saying Russell didn't see him. It was Russell's fault. What the fuck was Russell meant to do?
The way it was described, the way I've been seeing is apparently Verstappen was in Russell's blind spot. But
Yeah.
what I sort of deducted was that Verstappen sort of just pulled a fucking Oh, I mean, if you see a gap, go for it, and just sent it down the inside on Russell
Like
at the last minute.
I just don't know what Russell was meant to do in that spot. Either he goes straight into the barriers
Yeah,
or keeps the like he was in front. I don't care if Max Verstappen was beside him. It's a fucking 90-degree corner.
yeah, yeah. At the
Like
very minimum, racing incident. But if I were to blame someone, I reckon it was Verstappen's fault, man.
100%. And I feel like I don't know. Everyone keeps saying Russell just didn't see him. Bro, Max Verstappen, especially lately, is driving like a guy who just expects people to get out of his way.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, what was that shit at turn one as well? He just
yeah.
fully pushed Leclerc off the track.
Yeah, let's talk
Or
about
Leclerc,
that.
like whatever the fuck you say it.
I say Leclerc,
I say
Leclerc,
Leclerc,
Chuck Leclerc.
Chucky, Chucky Leclerc.
Um, yeah, let's talk about that. Where are we here? Um,
Turn one. All
yeah,
right. So turn one. So qualifying happens. Ferrari are ridiculously quick in quali somehow, as always, it seems. Um,
yeah.
Leclerc on pole. Sainz was second, but he got a 10-place grid penalty
Well,
or
first of
11-place
all,
grid penalty.
before we go any further, I'd like to mention that Leclerc has secured pole position 12 times, and those 12 times have been converted into a Verstappen P1. 12 times. Like,
Oh man,
but
I feel bad. The guy
yeah.
has such bad luck, man. Someone's got a hex on Leclerc just to never win a race.
Yeah, I mean, even last race, it's fucking DNFing on the formation lap. What was
Oh
that? A
man,
suspension issue or something? Or was that the Haas?
he
Can't
just spun
remember.
out.
Yeah, but back to turn one. Obviously Verstappen pushes Leclerc wide. That's 100. It's 100% his fault, in
Yeah,
my
like
opinion.
I
No
don't see
debate.
how he just keeps it like it's a left-hand turn. He keeps going right off the track to take Leclerc
He's
off it.
he's such an aggressive driver, man. He's a different person behind that wheel. He may seem like a chill guy, like on the podium and just talking, but once he gets behind that wheel, he's a fucking maniac. But I mean, you could probably also say it was slippery conditions, cold tires too. But yeah, he pushed Leclerc out and he got a penalty,
Yeah,
deservedly.
but like that car regularly wins by 30 seconds. 5
Yeah.
seconds isn't going to change shit, man.
Did you hear what he said when he got the penalty over the radio?
Send
He's
them my
like,
regards.
"Yeah, send them my regards." Ah,
Oh, he's such a dick. I
he's
love
funny. I
it.
love him.
But
But
like
yeah,
this race especially, and like to be fair, when he did pit and actually had to overtake a lot of cars, he did a pretty good job of just cleaning up through the field.
mm-hmm.
But those two
Yeah,
incidents where people actually fought him and people weren't just giving him the position, it was like he didn't know what to do.
yeah,
He was just like, "Well, I'm Max Verstappen. I'm driving the faster car. You better let me past." And obviously, Russell, as much as I give Russell a lot of shit, he will fight. He's not just going to give you a position for the sake of it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, man, I was playing F1 23 today, and every time I went to overtake Russell, I don't know how they've coded him, but fuck, he just spins me out every time. It's
Yeah.
he's a very defensive driver. I don't
So
know what
he'll
it
he'll
is.
actually put in an effort to defend, and it's like
Yeah.
Max Verstappen in this race wasn't expecting to actually have cars race him.
I'm surprised Max is still going as hard as he is, considering he's already won the championship.
Well, he's already on track for like the most dominant F1 season ever. Say
Yeah,
whatever you
I
want
think
about him.
officially
I think
now.
it is the most dominant F1 season ever by a team and driver.
Well, they beat Mercedes' record this weekend for 20 consecutive wins in a row. They
Mm,
beat Mercedes, which was
that's not
19
true.
consecutive. Oh,
They
not
lost in
sorry,
Singapore.
not consecutive wins, but wins total in a season.
Yeah.
Mercedes had 19, and
Mm,
Red Bull's obviously just beat them with 20 now.
yeah. Which is
So
ridiculous.
yeah, it's
There's
nuts,
only
man.
22 races in a season.
Do you reckon he'll win Abu Dhabi?
Oh, 100%, man. Unless
Mm.
like Hamilton, unless someone from Team LH comes out and plants a pipe bomb on the side of the track.
Yeah. I was so pissed
Free
off with
Michael Massey.
Hamilton. Oh man. With Piastri, did you see that? Hamilton
Yeah, just
sort of taps his rears and sends him off. Bit
yeah.
frustrating for Piastri because he was having a really good race too.
He got up to like P2 at one point, even though he hadn't pit.
Yeah, but it was incredibly impressive because I think they qualified 15th, 16th, and he was up into the
Yeah.
podiums naturally, almost up into the podiums before that incident. And yeah, he still recovered to P10,
Yeah,
which is
Piastri
impressive.
is just impressing me more and more.
Yeah,
Um, Shame for Lando Norris. I hope he's all right. That was a
I
pretty
do
heavy
too.
impact. And
Crazy.
I hate to say I'm Nostradamus, but I
Yeah,
did call it. I
yeah.
said there's going to be a horrible accident, and it was a pretty big accident.
Yeah, it was a massive shunt.
Um, so I hope he's all right. Thoughts and prayers with Lando Norris, but I want you to call me a prophet.
Did you see on Sports Bet that you could place a bet for during the national anthem if the Americans would fly jets over?
Did they?
No, they didn't. But like, fuck, they go over the top. It's
Oh, they love a
incredible.
celebration, eh?
Jesus Christ! Like even getting in the Rolls Royce at the end of the race, driving around the
Yeah,
whole
doing
track,
like 5 hot laps around the track.
showboating, get them up on the podium. I think like they had the Bellagio fountains interlude, put a show on there, do the
Yeah.
podium, get back in the car and fuck off. Like, holy shit, man.
How was Max Verstappen on the radio singing Viva Las Vegas with his fucking
Yeah.
engineer at the end of the race too? Oh, that was funny.
Oh man, did you see? It was earlier. I didn't see it, but when they do the drivers' parade, they just chuck them in like vintage cars and drive them all around the track for the fans.
Mm.
They got Bruce Buffer to
Yeah.
announce everyone, and when he gets to Checo, he announces him, and Checo walks out. He's like, "What the fuck do I do? Where do I go?" It's so
It
awkward.
looks so awkward, man.
He's just standing there. Bruce Buffer completely ignores him. It's so funny.
Oh,
Ah,
it's so overkill, man. They went so overboard on this race. And we've already spoken about all the lead up to this race. And then there was a lot of fucking shit that went on just before the race. Just before the race even started, there was a fuel leak.
yeah. Let's backtrack to that stuff for a little
Yeah,
bit.
so
But yeah, that
what?
that drivers parade with the vintage cars,
Hmm.
one of them leaked oil all over the track. I thought it was just dust from the oh fuck, the desert. I don't know, man, but apparently it was because of that. And yeah, it was so shit because that's exactly where Verstappen and Sainz had to take off.
Yeah,
Um, like that completely compromises the traction, you know?
100%. I don't know
Pretty
if you've
big
ever leaked
deal.
fuel all over roads like I have.
Mm.
Leaked oil all over roads like I have. That shit is not easy to get out.
Yeah, it's like
In
when
fact,
the
it doesn't get out.
yeah.
It's almost
So
impossible to get it to go anywhere. It is so viscous and just, it's not like you can just flush it away with water.
yeah,
And even if you did flush it away with water, you're putting two drivers on a wet part of the track.
true. Yeah, true. It's like when when kids would throw up in high school and they'd have to bust out the like the wood chips and cover it up. You remember that? That ever happened
Yeah,
here? But
yeah.
nah, pretty shit though, because I think science was carrying on about it after the race.
And
Oh,
everybody loves to have a
understandably.
whinge. I get it. Like, I 100% get it.
Mm.
But just be better. Don't suck.
Yeah,
Sucks
just
to
don't be
suck, you
shit.
know?
Don't fucking
Yeah.
drive over manholes next time, you idiot.
Yeah, that's 100% his fault.
10 place grid penalty though. What's the deal with that?
Bro, Science had the most unlucky weekend, man.
Oh, I just smacked my microphone. Sorry for anyone who's wearing headphones. I just smacked the fuck out of my microphone. Oh, well, I
How are you
mean,
gonna do him like that?
he just
You
came
can.
back to sixth though at the end of the race. He
I
finished
know he had it.
sixth.
Yeah, but like, man, to
Yeah,
do that to him, to that manhole is 100% the FIA's fault. They should have had shit sorted for that, so that stuff like that doesn't happen. It destroyed the underbody of the Ferrari. Apparently, it
yeah.
went all the way up to his seat,
That's what I heard, which caused them to replace the power supply unit. And
which
as
in
per the
turn
rules,
led to
yeah,
the 10 place grid penalty.
which is utter bullshit. Because, like you said, it's the FIA's responsibility to have the track up and running for
Yeah,
that stuff not to happen. It's just shit, man. It's
but
pretty silly.
not even in regards to that too. It's a massive safety hazard. What if that thing flew off and hit someone's drive, like it hit a driver behind them? What if it went through the fucking halo? That could have taken
Yeah,
someone's head off easy.
the
I'm
cars
not
have
saying
so
that's what
much
would have happened,
downforce. Yeah,
but
the cars
it,
have that much downforce. It just sucks those things straight out from the pavement. Yeah, according to the mandatory penalties specified under Article blah 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 of the sporting regs must be applied. The stewards note that if they had the authority to grant a derogation in what they consider in this case to be mitigated, yeah, legal mumbo jumbo, FIA, kiss my ass, bring back Michael Massey.
yeah.
But you know what's funny though is you could watch the race from the security cameras, the traffic cameras.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in fact, that's
Was
where
this?
they. If you have a look on Reddit and they've got the science manhole video, it's the fucking traffic cameras.
Oh, it is too. You're right.
Yeah, they just left them up and running, so like it's public access. You can sort of just watch the race from that, which is hilarious.
There's also the whole people are watching it from reflective windows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was reflective windows that people that weren't inside the race could watch the race from,
Nice, nice.
which I respect because
I
I'm all for
respect.
pirating.
Well, I saw people going like up and down escalators and stuff
Mm.
just to get a peek over the track. It's
Man.
funny. It's funny. Um,
So anyway, so that was the first incident the FIA caused.
yeah.
Second incident involved practice two, where what were they cleaning up? Was it the signs mess?
Incident. Yeah, it was the manhole stuff and
Yeah, it was that mess, and they fuck. How do I say this word?
forcibly.
Forcefully kicked out people from the practice they paid for. Now, ticket prices for the Las Vegas Grand Prix were fucking ridiculous. That was something like $500 for GA.
Mm,
For some people, they can't afford to go watch the actual race. They can only see the fucking practice.
if you get a ticket in the first
And to
place.
be waiting there till what I think some were waiting there till like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then
Yeah,
got
bro.
told
Yeah.
that they have to get out pretty much for a fucking but with a bunch of coupons for sorry.
Yeah, they had like
Like
60 seconds to get out. They were notified with like 60 seconds to
they full on
leave.
brought the police out, otherwise they were going to start charging people with trespassing. What the
Yeah.
fuck are the FIA doing, man?
It says opening practice was cancelled after 8 minutes after Science struck a loose manhole cover, throwing the race into heavy delays to the schedule. After seeing fewer than 10 minutes of green flag action and waiting nearly 5 hours for second practice to get underway, spectators were removed from the grandstands before the session started. But, fans have not been refunded or received an apology, with the only compensation coming in the form of a $200 voucher. That's not a refund. That's just a
No,
fucking voucher to spend more money on F1 merchandise. Mind you,
bro,
a hoodie
that
is
will
like
buy.
250.
Yeah, that won't buy you a hoodie, man.
Yeah, but they full on filed a lawsuit.
Yeah, and I do not blame it, and I hope they sue the fuck out of the FIA. They
Yeah,
are
that
so dense for doing that, man.
I think they're suing Liberty Media. Is Liberty Media the same mob that owns UFC as well?
No, that's Endeavor.
Endeavour. Oh, I wonder what Liberty Media own. I've heard of them before. I know they own
Um,
something else.
Sirius XM and the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball team.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm just getting a mix up with Endeavour, but apparently they're seeking payments of 30,000 per spectator. That's good.
And
I'd love
I
that.
hope I hope they get it, man.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah, I
so
got it.
dumb.
Yeah, to be fair, I should probably stop fucking venting on the FIA because they're not even in control of this. It is Liberty Media
Ah,
that
fuck the
owns them.
FIA as well.
Well, they do some dense shit, but all this money stuff is Liberty Media.
Yeah, I think so.
So actually, you know what? Fuck the FIA and
Fuck
fuck Liberty
Liberty
Media.
Media.
I hope these people get $1 million off them.
Fuck anyone who kicked out
And to
Michael
threaten
Massey.
people that like spent their money,
Yeah,
and everyone knows how hard money is to come by these days. Everyone's broke as shit.
yeah.
No one can afford to do anything. And
Nah.
yet the Vegas Grand Prix was still a sellout. And they're not even going to
Yeah.
give people their money back. Fuck you.
How shit is that?
It's just scummy, man. That's what it
Yeah.
is. A
I
two
love
hundred
that
dollar voucher.
I love that Verstappen is sort of talking about it too. Like he's not having it on the Vegas weekend. He went on a bit of a
Good on
rant.
him. Yeah. And even Yoss
Um
told him to chill out, which is funny because, you know,
yeah.
baseball bats and petrol stations. But
I'll read a bit of it out. I've got it here. Yeah, it says the triple world champion then went on a lengthy rant about lacking emotion and passion. He says, "I can go on for a long time. Of course, the show element is important, but I like emotion. For me, when I was a little kid, it was about the emotion of the sport. That's what I fell in love with, and not the show. As a real racer, I think the show shouldn't really matter. A racing car on a street circuit, anyway, doesn't really come alive. It's not that exciting, I think. It's more about proper racetracks." Then he goes on to talk about how good, like, Spa, Monza, and those type of places have, like, a lot of emotion and passion.
mm,
Um, then he says, of course, I understand the fans maybe need to see something to do as well, maybe need something to do as well around the track, but I think it's more important that you make them understand what we do as a sport because most of them just come to have a party, drink, see a DJ, or perform an act. Then he says, which I think is pretty funny, he says, I can do that all over the world. I can go to Ibiza and get completely shit faced and have a good time. People come and they become a fan of what? Yeah, I get it.
I
I
100%
completely
see his
agree.
point.
Yeah,
And
like
this race is like definitely showed off the show aspect. And to be fair, I thought it was like the whole pre-race stuff and the opening ceremony was really cool.
I don't like Jared Leto at all, but when
No,
they brought out fucking 30 Seconds to Mars and sung what's that song?
the
Bury Me?
kill, the
Yeah, The
kill.
Kill. That was pretty good.
No, it was fucking
It's
awesome.
pretty good.
They brought out Journey.
Yeah, that was pretty good too.
Yeah,
I liked it, but I get it. Like, oh yeah, they brought out fucking Keith Urban and
yeah. Who listens to Keith Urban, honestly?
what's her name? Kylie Minogue.
No, it wasn't her.
They
Was
brought her out. Yeah, they brought out Kylie because she has a residency at Vegas.
I didn't even know that.
I don't know how the fuck they decided to give her a residency.
Neither. She's
Dumb
Australian.
decision. Yeah, I didn't even know she was that famous. Apparently, they love her
Neither.
over there.
Yeah, right.
Fucking terrible, I think at least. But nah, back to Verstappen. I get his point. It's more about the
100%.
show, less about the racing. But you know what? In saying that, sick race.
Great race.
That's where it's sort of like contradictory, you know?
And I, like it was the same thing with like the Miami Grand Prix,
They can get rid
where
of that race, I reckon.
yeah, 100%. I don't think anyone
Yeah.
cares. No one watches. Like it was a really forgettable race.
If you were to choose one of the three US races, you got Miami, Circuit of the Americas, and Vegas. Just from this season, if you had to eliminate two out of the three, which two would you eliminate?
I'd probably keep Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was a good
Interesting.
race.
It was. What was that? What happened in Circuit of the
It was
Americas?
the one where Hamilton nearly beat Verstappen and Verstappen screaming,
Yeah.
"Don't fucking talk to me under braking."
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Lando P2, Science P3. Yeah. Nice, nice. Oh, yep. Okay. I don't know, man. I'm conflicted. I didn't think this race was going to be that good.
Neither.
I think I'd
It
keep
ended up being
Vegas.
really good. It ended up being really, really good.
You can tone down the showmanship, which I think they are doing from this point on. But I mean, it's
Yeah,
on the calendar for another 10 years.
it was the first race,
Mm.
like the first Vegas Grand Prix. So I get why they decided to go a bit overboard with it.
Sucks for the Vegas residents though. Fucking losers. They thought they thought maybe this was it. It's over. Finally, the race has happened. Nah,
Yeah.
9 more years, baby.
No more years. Oh man.
Oh, I was saying to Tyron, because we had a theory last episode of inaugural races on tracks. What usually happens on those inaugural races, and I was looking at statistics in previous seasons, and long story short, a lot of DNFs on inaugural races. But it's not for the reason you'd expect. It turns out that in the F1 seasons before the 2000s, the chance of you completing a race without issue is 50%. it's like it's like you'd have more luck
Literally
flipping a
half,
fucking
straight down the
coin.
middle.
Just so unreliable. Like if you go back and you look at any given race from the 80s, half the grid is missing. It's crazy.
It's great,
Might
eh?
start
It's
watching some of
perfect.
those races. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the plan during the season break. Is Brandon and I are going to talk about a bunch of other
I
like
think so,
interesting
yeah.
races that have occurred. I think it's a good idea. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's the plan, hey.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I just wanted to touch on Stroll. He came from P19 to P5.
he had a banger again.
Yeah. It's
He had a
evil
great
Stroll
race
because
last time.
he's got the goatee now.
Yeah, he's kind of telling everyone, "Fuck you," and
Well,
good on him.
yeah, his dad, did you see how he Lawrence Stroll sold a minority share?
He did end up selling part of the company.
Yeah, a bit of it. It's a minority share, so it's not too big of a deal. Just thought I'd
Yeah.
mention it though. Yeah, I don't know what his plans are. I don't know if he's still committed. Who knows?
Well, he's only going to be committed as long as
As long as
Stroll is doing.
lands.
Yeah, because in
Yeah.
reality, he bought the team for his son, which is
That's
wild.
that's wild, man. How much did he buy it for? Hold on.
I'll look it up
How
now.
much did Lawrence Stroll pay for Aston Martin? Here we go. Oh my god. He paid 235 mil, a quarter of $1 billion.
Jesus Christ, that doesn't seem that much.
That's expensive. That's pretty expensive. I
How
couldn't
much of
afford
the
it.
company does he own? 16.7%.
Um,
He owns a quarter of the company. Okay, never mind. That is a fair chunk of money.
Billionaire Stroll takes stake in Aston Martin. Yeah, 16.7%. It must be the majority share. I don't know. I don't know how it
Well,
all
he's like
works
the
on.
chairman of the fucking like Aston Martin.
Well, I don't know if you'd be like CEO of Aston Martin. I think he would just
No.
be in control of that
I
racing
think he's like
division.
a Toto Wolf kind of position.
Yeah. Speaking of Toto Wolff, it sort of became apparent to me, but I haven't really heard him at many of the races recently. Usually he's all over it, but apparently he's not going to many races because of some sort of reason. Apparently he's trying to build things behind the scenes for Mercedes. I'm not too sure what that means, but he's sort of trying to dial it down a little bit apparently.
Well, he was at this race because he was yelling at George Russell that they're still in the race for fourth, even though Russell had a 5 second time penalty.
Oh, he had this fucking really cool radio message. He was like to George Russell, he was like hunt them down. It was
Yeah.
so tight. It was cool as. But yeah, what to say here? He's planning on only going to about 10, 15 races next season. I'm
That
sure
seems a
what
bit
he's
wild.
doing. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure what he's doing will come to light um, sometime in the future. But it looks
Well,
like he's trying to find a successor.
we already spoke about what he's doing a fair while ago.
Did we?
Mercedes Le Mans.
Yes, the degenerate team. Who was in
Yeah.
that? Mick
Mazepin. So
Schumacher,
you drive your three drivers of Mazepin, Schumacher, and
Nicholas
Mick Schumacher.
Latifi.
Mazepin, Schumacher, and Nick
Latifi.
De Vries. That's right, Nick De
Oh,
Vries.
that's right. And Latifi, he's got
Latifi
the
is your
business
team
manager.
engineer. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
your
the,
team and he's the team coordinator, team principal.
oh, the special school Le Mans team. I love it. They'll bring
Can
back
we
out.
please be included, Le Mans team? To be fair,
Yeah,
probably win the whole thing.
it'd be pretty sick. I mean, Antonio Giovinazzi was a pretty mid driver in F1, and
Yeah,
he
he's
went
part
on
of the
to win
winning.
for Ferrari.
Yeah,
Different category, you know. Makes me wonder how Verstappen will be when he inevitably switches over.
I wonder if Red Bull will give him a team.
That'll bring so many new eyes to WEC.
Oh yeah,
It's like when how Messi has now gone over to like some US soccer league.
yeah, and they're now like one of the biggest teams in the whole world.
Yeah, yeah, it's like that. um, all right, we've touched on mostly everything. Signs. Oh yeah, Lewis Hamilton Fortnite.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't play Fortnite. I know the OG's back though, so I might download it again.
What are you
Go
talking
scream
about?
at the computer. Yeah, they brought back OG Fortnite,
What's OG Fortnite?
like the OG map.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. I haven't played Fortnite in like 8 years.
All I remember from Fortnite is I played about 50 odd games,
Yeah.
and I shit you not, I got 3 kills
Nice.
total.
Every time we used to play competitive shooters, we would be fucking terrible. Remember when we used to stream Apex
Apex.
Legends for like 6 months? We never got a single win, let alone a single
I
kill.
don't think we got close to a win. I think we were lucky if we got a kill.
Yeah, because we'd always get into firefights and you'd just fuck off across half the map.
Tell you what, we
Uh,
used to fucking light up Roblox Battle Royale.
Oh yeah, we should try Roblox F1. Apparently that's a bit of a hoot.
Yeah, maybe that's something we can live stream.
Yeah, let us know if you want us to mess around in that department. But I mean, I don't know. Do you have anything else to add? I think that's it,
Mm,
right? Well, no,
no,
what else? There's got to be. Oh yeah, Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly had a banging little battle. I don't know if you saw that.
no, I did. I must have missed. I saw
Oh,
Gasly finish really well.
yeah, they had a bit of a switchback battle. It was really impressive. I mean,
Oh no, it
just
was Ocon that finished in front of Gasly, didn't he?
Ocon P4, but just
Yeah.
in general, impressive racing. A lot of overtakes on this circuit. I can't wait to see it next year. Dial down the showmanship, but
Ocon's
I'm
a weird one because he talks a lot of shit
yeah, tell the Haas to be ready.
and immediately nearly spins out.
Immediately gets a 30-second penalty.
Oh, time penalty for Ocon for being there.
Nice, nice. It's because he's French.
Yeah, I honestly think that's it. We got Abu Dhabi next week. Michael Massey is going to do his Royal Rumble 30th entry return.
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward. I don't know. I mean, a bit of a nostalgic season, to be honest.
Bit of a slow season. This is like my first year of actually following F1 proper.
That's true. Yeah. It's an odd one to
Man,
get into.
a lot of goofy shit has happened.
Yeah. But I guess we'll oh fucking next year's gonna be the same. As long as they've got Adrian Newey, it's gonna be the same.
Let's see what happens, Who knows?
Yeah, I'm
I,
looking forward to Ferrari. I am. I mean, they've got Fred Vasseur now, so you got to give him a little bit of time to get the team up and running again.
get cooking.
Um, Hopefully they're a bit more of a challenge next year, and let's see what happens with Williams too.
Yeah, actually, that's something I need to talk about. Williams P5 and P6 and P7,
Yeah,
and then immediately fell off.
yeah. Shame they couldn't do anything with it.
um, I will
Sucks, man.
again continue to announce that I am a prophet. Everyone
Yeah.
discounted Williams at the start of the year. They said they're going to be a back marker. I never fucking even followed Formula One. I just saw, oh, Williams blue. I like them.
Yeah.
I willed them into being a midfield car.
Yeah, well, you've put me onto the Williams hype train. I dare say it's more hopeful than being a Ferrari fan. So,
Call me
bit of a
Father Tyron from now on out. Because I
Father
am actually
Tyron
Nostradamus. I am a prophet. I demand, what's the word?
compensation.
Yes, that's what
Um,
I'm.
you should write a book with prophecy,
Yeah, maybe I'll do like an Alistair Crowley.
maybe.
Crowley
Oh, a
used to
bit of
have sex with
a
babies.
that's fucked, hey.
Yeah. So I'll throw that in there, eh?
Well, let's leave it on that note, shall we?
Yeah, don't be like
Alistair
Alistair
Crowley,
Crowley.
baby toucher. Fuck's sake. All right then. I'm not editing that out. We'll leave that in. All
All
right.
right.
Well, until next week. That's about it. Thanks for
See you,
listening, people.
everyone.
See you later.
Meow.
Sea of Skunks.